Cancun, Playa del Carmen. Okay. As Gary mentioned, I'm a fellow Canadian of Romanian descent, in case you're wondering about my accent. I used to live in the Toronto area for 24 years. Bună ziua, domnule! We will continue Romanian after the meeting. When David moved to Wasaga, I moved to Mexico. I have a Mexican connection. My son is half Mexican. He's 10 years old. So that was an easy excuse. One of the reasons I also moved to Mexico was because at the time, it was one of the freest places in the world. I wasn't keen on what was happening in Toronto at the time. I grew up in a communist country, quite frankly. I don't know if you are from Romania as well. No, okay. Well, I was searching for more freedom, and I also had gotten quite tired of the brutal Canadian winters after 24 years here. I was thinking, oh, I don't know if I don't know if I want to live another winter with the SAD, as it's called. No. Yeah, it was getting to me. I was getting depressed in the winter, so it was a good excuse. And as soon as I moved there, I started helping fellow Canadians and Americans with initially rentals, and afterwards some of my, as David said, I used to work as an insurance broker in Canada. One of my insurance clients became one of my first clients to buy a condo there, and it just went on from there. And I work as an independent broker. I have an assistant. I started a firm called Freedom Playa Real Estate for obvious reasons, wink wink. And one of the companies that I have had the pleasure to work with is represented here today by my colleague Marcelo. He's one of the sales managers. Menese Condos is the name of this company. They happen to be one of the largest developers in the area. They have built 19 boutique luxury condo buildings in Playa del Carmen, between Playa del Carmen and Tulum. Before I introduce more about Menese Condos, I want to tell you personally why Playa del Carmen. Why did I not move somewhere else in Mexico? Why did I not move to the US, for example? I had similar concerns about the politics in the US, and even more concerns. I'm sorry to say, I know Jerry mentioned investments in the US. That's obviously a factor or a potential opportunity. I was a little concerned about the gun situation, and I had previously to moving to Mexico, I had visited as a tourist Playa del Carmen in particular, and it's an area where you can walk to the beach in 10 minutes. You can walk to the grocery store. You don't need a car. English is widely spoken. I happen to have learned Spanish, so I do speak pretty fluent Spanish, but even if somebody doesn't speak anything but hola, you could find yourself there. You can walk to the beach, you can walk to the grocery store. We have an infinity of coffee places and restaurants. It's a very easy lifestyle. It's a very soft landing spot. Furthermore, it's a 3.5-hour direct flight from Toronto. We have a variety of airlines, and Cancun Airport is one of the busiest airports in Latin America, so it's extremely well connected. So I knew that if I wanted to visit my parents in the GTA, they live in the Thornhill area where Jerry and I used to have our event, and David, we used to have our events. And that was going to be very easy. So I'm staying at my parents' house right now as I'm visiting, so it was a good opportunity. So that was one of the reasons I wanted to live in a walkable location. I thought about Merida, I thought about Cancun, which are other popular expat destinations. You will need a car if you live in one of those other cities. If you come to Playa del Carmen, either for a short stay or potentially decide to acquire a property, you will find that it's very easy to get around. You don't need a car. You can rent one if you want, but I don't think many of us want to necessarily deal with that when you're on vacation. Or even, again, what we have right now in Mexico are many Canadians that are choosing to spend their winters there. Snowbirds, I often help people with both rentals and purchases, and we have rental clients, Canadian snowbirds, that like to come and stay for 6 months out of the year. As a Canadian, you get it's almost guaranteed you get a 6-month visa upon arrival, no questions asked, especially, if you're a mature Canadian, they love us. They love Canadians, okay? And there are many things I could tell you about. We only have 10 minutes, so I wanted to be respectful of the fact that David is giving us this opportunity. So I'll let Marcelo tell us a little bit about this particular company. A number of my Canadian clients have bought properties with them because they deliver, and they deliver a beautiful level of quality. Please, Marcelo, go ahead. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Leticia. So, hello, everyone. Hola, like we say in Mexican. Good morning. Buenos dias. So, I'm Marcelo Sagarena. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the space. And why Leticia is promoting us? Because she's an external broker. She can promote around 750 different developments that you can find between Cancun, Playa del Carmen, and Tulum. But why she's promoting Menezes, why she has sold Menezes, and it's because of this. This, what you see on the screen right now, are the different projects that we have delivered in Playa del Carmen and Tulum. We have delivered upon this moment 19 projects in total. We started in 2012, and now in 2025 we have 19 projects delivered. We have 28 developed. That means that we have 9 in construction at the same moment right now in Playa del Carmen and Tulum. What you can find over there is an immediate delivery or a pre-sale, a pre-construction. It depends when you want to get your delivery and how you want to pay it, right? An immediate delivery, of course, it's 100% paid for you to move in, and you can use different strategies like what we heard today, or you can apply for a different one, which is a pre-construction pay without any interest with us. But of course, you can leave a huge amount at the end, so you can do it with a HELOC or different
mortgage.
strategies, right? Mortgages.